Let's debate on the Tricky Debates.
Tricky Debates. It's fun, awkward talk.
On that note, I welcome you to Tricky Debate. I am HKO. Send us your WhatsApp messages on your view or your comment on this debate we are going to have. Question is very simple. You can send your WhatsApp message to 024-488-3008 or call us via the same number when we do open the phone line. Should couples discuss politics, religion, and other sensitive topics regularly? All right, let us discuss this. Our debate begins shortly.
Tricky Debates. It's fun, awkward talk.
Okay, so our debaters tonight are Miss Philo and Nana Ehuntehun. Miss Philo is a teacher at Gina International School, and she says it's a simple no. Don't debate it or don't talk about it as a couple. And Nana Ehuntehun says yes, it is something that should be done at home on a regular basis. Akwaba.
Ya media ya diento ya brikise na brebonana.
Me ameza and I want words in a site.
You just greeted me and I'm responding.
And he's also responding according to how he's being addressed, isn't it?
Okay. Now wait.
What should I say?
Okay.
Good evening.
What do you think?
What do you mean? Nyadu.
Yeah, nyadu. Okay. Right. Okay, Nana, I'll start with you today.
Yep.
You say it's a yes.
Yes, couples should always discuss about politics. Good evening once again.
Okay.
Before...
Do you have a... Please, I think you should put a message across. On Saturday, we are voting here in Ghana. And as a chief, speak as though you are speaking to your subjects on the basis of being calm, peaceful, and going about this exercise as responsibly as possible.
Okay.
Just a minute.
What I will tell listeners is Saturday, which is the voting day, that each and every one or each citizen has a right to go and elect the president and then the MP. The only thing that I'll add it to is that please kindly be aware that whenever you get there, cast your votes, leave the scene. When it's 5 o'clock, you just come back to witness what is going on. Anyone who try anything otherwise, let the law take its course. Voting is a right, but it doesn't mean that there should be violence. If tomorrow there is violence, I remember what Kojo Aponkroma said, and recently to majority leader also has made a statement that whenever there is a situation whereby you find yourself and then you try to do anything which is unlawful and the law catches you, it is you alone that you are going. No one is going to assist you or help you in any way. So it's a word of advice to each and every one of us.
Okay.
Get there and do your voting. But Henry, one thing that I always also wants to come across is when you talk about the Peace Council. I always urge the Peace Council that whenever they are doing their peace talks, they should rather move, because I always say that the presidential and the parliamentary, they do what we call speech. Their campaign is a form of speech. But the executives, the branch executives, do the door-to-door or do most of the campaign for them. So whenever there's a peace talk, they should try to include the branch executives.
You think they don't?
Well, from my observation, they are not.
No, but the thing is that when you do this at the level of or at the top with the people over there, it's supposed to trickle down to.
But the thing is, that's why I said they give speeches. It is those are the grounds, the grassroots people are those that do the campaign, are those that is being tricked. Whenever there's going to be a problem or something of that sort. So when you, maybe assuming you've called Baumia, you've called JDM, put the two together, sign a peace talk.
So they should involve everybody.
They should involve everybody.
Okay, thank you.
When it comes to the political hierarchy.
I gave you a minute, now you're doing 3 minutes.
Yes.
Let's
then,
start the tricky debates.
With the tricky debates.
The 4 minutes starts now.
As I stand, yes, I agree. Couples should discuss politics, religious thing, everything in as a responsible person.
Convince us why.
Yes, that is why previously I said when compatibility is one of the things that helps that, because they always understand themselves when it comes to that. It gives them deeper understanding, which means that the two parties always make sure that because they understand themselves, discussion helps couples gain a deeper understanding of each other, irrespective of where the person is coming from. As Henry, you know that I have resigned from politics.
Okay.
But you know, one way or the other, before somebody is being elected to be part of anything, the person belongs to a political party, irrespective of wherever the person votes to. But my wife, as known, is one of the best politicians.
Okay.
So, which means that because you have to, we always discuss politics at the house. You get it? And it creates good relationship and understanding, deeper understanding when it comes to politics.
I see.
And also improved communication. It improved communication because let's assume that you are ICGC person, and normally we are discussing about mensa or taboo. We discuss a lot, and the new preachers that are in town, we make comparison and that kind of thing. And couples should always be doing that because it gives them and improve their communication. Knows that always there's something that they have to do, they can discuss of. Moreover, it's when couples always do that discussion, it's also build trust within them. Open discussion or topics that are mostly sensitive always bring trust. Couples understand themselves, knows whatever they are doing, and then be sure of everything that they are doing. It's trust building. When you go, when couples are together and they do a lot of discussion, normally what you have to also realize is that it gives them personal growth. It gives them personal growth. They understand themselves, they do things together, they enjoy everything together, and then they find things that makes them happy. Because whether you belong to party A or party B, always the two of us understand. We get to understand ourselves. Then also, the funny thing is that this thing also strengthens relationship. It strengthens it so much, especially when I think Friday there was some float in town, and then today to Island there's another float in town which belongs to the two political parties are trying to fold up their campaign. But because it strengthens the relationship that both of you are having, whether you belong to party A or party B. The two of you have to discuss things and then build up your trust in each and every one of you. Make sure that things are working as the way you want. And at the end of the day, discussing of politics at the house or at your home doesn't spoil anything. So I still stand with the view that yes, we need to discuss politics in our house or in our various home. Thank you.
All right, Nana. Okay, Miss Philo.
Okay, so first off, I would like to say a very good evening to our listeners.
You.
It is good for couples to, sometimes talk about this thought-provoking topics like politics, religion, and other sensitive topics in the home. But it shouldn't be a regular thing. So I stand against the motion. It shouldn't be a regular thing. It has to be once a while. Why am I saying this? You see, when we do a lot of arguments in the house, sometimes discussing some sensitive topics can lead to disagreement. And when there is disagreement, one may feel hurt. Do you get it? One may feel hurt. That is, one may feel hurtful. And then there's always tension. There will be tension in the house. There's always tension in the house. Because, like, if you try to do the thing, you always do it. Now, because there's disagreement, even to the extent that some can even be in the same house but wouldn't be talking to each other. Because, let's say, last night's arguments, you might have said something which didn't go down well with me. Even doing it once, no. So what of something that becomes habitual? You do it every blessed day in the home. It wouldn't make the whole union beautiful. That kind of excitement wouldn't be there. And then also, the risk of emotional overload. Engaging in frequent discussions about sensitive topics can be emotionally draining. Sometimes even some people can argue to the extent that they burn out. Like at times, even the women. You see that, like, the person will be then the person ends up become So you see, when and at the end of the day, the person will be, some will be even gasping for breath. Why should it be like that? It shouldn't be so. So imagine you doing it constantly in the home. It wouldn't be healthy for the marriage, right? So for me, I think still it is not healthy for them to do that, because engaging in frequent discussion about sensitive topic can be emotionally draining, leading to feelings of exhaustion and then burnout. And then couples may also hold fundamentally different values. You know what? Everybody, especially those two educated people living together and trying to argue. You can imagine how the arguments would be. Each and every one of them would like to prove a point. That no, mine is right. No, I'm also right. No, I'm also. So you see that kind of thing. So at the end of the day, I think it's becoming a daily thing. Wouldn't help in the marriage, and then it's also like making it challenging to find common grounds and potentially leading to feelings of frustration and hopelessness. Imagine that always when you have an argument with your partner, he wins and he makes you feel like with one bone, there is nothing in your head. You see, you feel like you are not useful and that kind. So I still of the view that, like, doing it once a while is the best.
Okay, Nana. We have for another 4 minutes.
Okay.
Advance your case. Let's go.
I still stand with the view that politics is something, not only politics and religious things, it's something that we should discuss as couples mostly, regularly. Yes, we said a lot when it comes to politics, the advantages of politics when it is to the discussion. Let's look at the religious backgrounds. Spiritually, there's a spiritual connection between the two of you. The two of you get up, pray together, do everything together, and that is why the Bible always comes in. When you hold the Bible, you pray and recite whatever you want to recite, the Lord's Prayer, whatever you put together. It's something that spiritual connection begins. And also, when couples always discuss certain things concerning religious things, it also brings understanding value. There's understanding value. The two of you always doing that can help you understand each other's value, so that at the end of the day, your moral and your physical whatever, the two of you gets to know much about it. and also respect for differences.
Okay.
Because you all have both understand or have agreed on certain things, like they say what would they be no a fire country every time, or the day that you were born, people do, okay, let's use that one for fasting. And because you were born on Wednesday, maybe Tuesday, maybe Saturday, then okay, Saturday order and me no when you be me fasting. I'm out there, you must me that be me fasting. We all discuss things together. And also, as I've already indicated, respect for differences. You get it. So when you are into that, you respect each and everyone differences, because that is the religious thing. That is what the Bible also says. Shared spiritual growth. Shared spiritual growth, because what's it? Normally, women love. Personally, I love women that will intercede for their husbands.
No, because you don't want to pray yourself.
Oh no, but I love that, because it's like in the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, then you are sleeping relaxing. You get it? So it is something that makes it look good. You get it? And also it also improve conflict resolution.
Okay.
You get
Okay.
it improve conflict resolution. I mean, there are a lot of things when you come in connection with discussion of politics and then religious things in the house. So I still stand with the view that this thing is something that couples should always try to have a good discussion about this. You get it? It's not about you loving your person, but it's about how the two of you link together. Well, a link, no. It's a link. It's not about loving.
All right.
It's about a link.
Okay.
So I still stand with that view. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Philo.
Okay, so just as Nana has said, I know, yes, Nana said couples discussing such topics promote open communication, trust, understanding, blah 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 blah. Okay, let's not forget that one thing that we should also know is sometimes when you avoid a regular argument or discussion on sensitive topics, politics, and then religion, it also it helps the individual. It helps you to make the home peaceful. It doesn't create unnecessary conflict between the two of you. So why would you like to go and have a discussion that will not end up well between the two of you? Do you get it? So it's better you avoid at least once a while, and then when it's happening, you have a nice way of cooling tempers and all that. So, because why I'm saying this is, it can even it can be detrimental to the relationship.
How?
Let's say we're having sensitive topic, like regular every day discussing sensitive topics regularly, and then like you bring something on board, which you are not supposed to, or you keep making a particular statement or comment which you are not supposed to make. Do you think I will be happy with that? What imprint are you leaving in my mind, or what impression are you trying to create about your partner? Do you get that? As I said earlier on, if you say something hurtful, the person can't even like get back on his or her feet again. But meanwhile, it was just an argument that discussion that people were having. But because it got heated, you might have ended up saying something that didn't go down well. But you thought it was just an argument. So later, when you realize that you have created a problem in your relationship, then now you have to come back to find a way of resolving it. If it's a woman who in the way mind then some say eche, especially hurtful stuff, that one it's not easy for them for us to forget about it. And then when couples disagree on topics too, it can create tension, hurtful feelings and resentment by avoiding this conversation. Why don't you avoid it and then approach them in a nice way? Once a while then you do. For me, I would prefer, and I still stand that for the best of it has to be once a while. It should be once. It shouldn't be a regular thing, because we all know what arguments can lead to. Even when it comes to who is the best person in the home, like between the father and the mother, sometimes look at the kind of arguments I hit you up. Or father papa, hey, that be your family, that kind of thing. Even sometimes it can even get heated. You see, it can even get heated to the extent of creating problems. So for you to have a peaceful home, and for me, I still stand with the view that you should avoid that. It's not advisable for us to be having that kind of conversation regularly. And then impacts on relationship dynamics. Frequent discussion about sensitive topics can create an imbalance in the relationship, with one partner feeling pressured or dominated by the other. And I want to talk about the religion aspect. You come from a different background. I come from a different background. How you were raised per the religious home you were brought up from might be different from mine. So why would you like to argue about these things? Definitely you can't come to a conclusion. Do you understand? So it's not healthy to do it always. It has to be once in a while.
Okay. So rebuttals now, Nana. Let's go.
She's somebody that I normally disagreed on certain things or agree on certain things, but for this one I disagree with you totally, because when you don't discuss such things at the house, it brings something we call lack of understanding.
But Nana, have you also heard of too much of everything is bad?
It's not about too much.
No, have you heard of that? Why should it be like everyday discussion? Every day we are arguing. Every day we are having discussion. It's a discussion either on politics or on religion.
And
religion or on
sensitive opportunity for growth. You miss an opportunity for growth. You also have to understand that
in as much as you think you miss a position for growth, you should also think of the other partner's feelings. Sometimes certain words that come
unaddressed issues that
sometimes certain utterances that may come out
you know that
when
unaddressed differences.
You may end up saying using some vulgar words on the other party, which wouldn't be very good, healthy for that. So please,
you are just trying to. I say, your friend say, Abubi Abu Wapre.
I'm not.
In too much.
No. But this one is rebuttal, so I have the right to interject, isn't it?
Yes,
don't I have the right?
But you are aware that it's also. It makes the opportunity for personal growth. Are you aware of that? That one to what happens?
So we are not saying that it is bad. I think the question is, should it be regular, Anna? And I said no, it shouldn't. For the sake of the relationship,
whenever you are doing
why should it be regular? Once a while, then you just have that lovely kind of discussion.
Once a while,
if you make it once a while. Oh no, sometimes you see this thing can come up unexpectedly. But it shouldn't like there be if like
you're listening to the news and the topic comes up,
and then you can end up discussing about it.
Then you end up in the bedroom.
That is it, and you discuss it in the bedroom.
No, but I said it shouldn't be always. It shouldn't be a regular thing. No.
Yeah.
Because politics. Probably the person in every family there will be somebody from party A or party B where we all grew up. Where we all grew up from. Where we all grew up from. Do you understand? So at the end of the day, if we end up always discussing politics, one day. You may end up saying something which I said, you see, hurtful stuff. When you use vulgar words on someone, you may say sorry, but you can't erase.
It also means that you can be discussing these things, but respectfully, right?
It shouldn't be a regular thing. Once a while, then you do it.
Do what?
To have that beautiful discussion once a while, and it pops up. It's cool, but like every day, if it becomes everyday routine, are we politicians in our home? Is that what I want to tell you?
Yeah.
Are we politicians in our home?
Politics everywhere.
It's everywhere.
It's everyone.
Everywhere.
Discussing it every day. You are more like a politician.
Yes.
No, it shouldn't be so. You see, once a while, we all what? We try to bring share opinions and all that.
One way or the other, we are all politicians. We're practicing politics.
It shouldn't be a regular thing in the home, practicing it every blessed day. And then those religious thing. You come from a different religious background. I come from a different religious background. Where I was raised, the home I was raised from, it's different from the home you were raised from. The beliefs and then the doctrines of your of both families aren't the same. So why do we have to discuss, have this kind of religious discussion every day in our home? Let's say you may have a quotation in the Bible which you don't understand. Then you always bring it up. When it's you might have a different understanding about it. I may also have a different understanding about it. So when it happens that way, what becomes of them? We end up be a person just a meaning Bible also in Bible. No, but it shouldn't be so.
Okay.
I don't think even God even said that we should even have a kind of saying a discussion which wouldn't end well, so far as religion is concerned.
Okay.
What if I'm a traditionalist?
It's also religion. That doesn't mean you can't talk.
And you are a Christian, so imagine the kind of home, because maybe you are the one who is even trying to convince me to convert into Christianity. So if you use based on those and you say something that doesn't go well with my belief, do you think I will accept it that way?
Okay, let's I think that will end it with you. Now we'll do the messages we have received from Albi. Albi says that yes, couples need to discuss politics, because when the economy is bad, love also depletes. Okay, that's a very good.
And are you listening?
Me too,
Okay. I think this is from John. John says that the first thing that leads marriage is love, and if there is love, there is no need for conflict. Then there is peace. You tolerate one another if there is love. To me, if couples are staying together in love, they can discuss matters on politics and religion, or religious matters as well. These two are affiliations that nobody should be compelled to be affiliated to. Couples can't discuss matters concerning politics and religion. One must respect one another's opinion irrespective of affiliation. Although sometimes it can bring about misunderstanding and conflict, but because love exists, it will conquer everything in the end, at the end of the day. So even after arguing, respecting each other's opinion, you ignore everything and become one as it should be. To conclude, because love must be portrayed by couples, it must exist. Couples can't discuss matters as such.
If we have a discussion that ends up in agreement, then do you expect us to be doing this every blessed? So it means every blessed day in and day out, you are going to have this kind of disagreement in your home. Is that how you want the whole thing to be? Do you get it?
From
so
Albert says it raises unnecessary tension sometimes, so it's a no for him.
I've gotten 2 years, and you are saying no. You are
no,
so happy. Oh.
It's another no from.
It's only one.
It's
not one.
Abigail.
So 2-2.
Somebody just said,
It's MP.
Yes. Someone says, okay. Dennis says, yes. Even no. There should always be something to discuss, laugh, argue, or fight about. felt firsthand the effect of having a prolonged fight where communication slowed to almost zero. There you wish you argue about everything or anything trivial, even measuring how much oxygen each person is breathing. Do you understand? So for him, no holds barred. Everything must be on the table. Because I think what he's trying to put across is that the more you harbor these things and don't bring them up openly in a discussion, the more you strain the communication pattern in your relationship. And that thing, it can be very, very difficult to recover from when you strain your communication drive. So if argument is what energizes your relationship and booster gives you a boost,
why Nana is happy is it's ending up in the bedroom.
Yeah, of course.
It means, you see, experience is always wet.
The best teacher.
Thank you.
Okay.
But what you have to also understand is that if the person, apart from one thing, apart from the bedroom, that makes couples to be couple. If not, anyone who tells you that now, say, apart from sex, sex in where there is love, you can be there, the person is just lying to you. Because the love, the bondage between your sister and you is much stronger than somebody's daughter you are bringing to your house. The only thing that makes the difference is the sex.
Thank you very much.
So you have to end up in the bedroom.
Tricky debates. It's fun, awkward talk.
Okay, so Tricky Debate returns next week. Many thanks to Miss Philo and Nana Ehuntenhun for giving us another good debate session.